Good morning, guys. Welcome. I want to wish you, first of all, a happy International Yoga Day. I'm just gonna undo my voice in here, otherwise it's going to be an echo. Welcome to this arm balances class. So as I put on the wall this morning, like on the wall chat, if you have like a wooden floor or like a tile floor for today, if you could get a pair of socks that are quite sliding, and just make sure that you know how the floor sometimes has got little bits so that you don't get stuck and you just don't hurt your foot. If you have carpet, you can slide on paper. If you don't have socks, you can use tea towels, but I'm sure everyone earns socks. So we're going to do like a few pulling exercises today because in yoga we learn a lot of pushing, a lot of like chaturangas and push-up, but the pulling exercises are quite limited, so we tend to be like quite weak, and we actually like utilize the pulling motion in so many inversions and arm balances and in all the presses and in a lot of these things. Is kind of like useful to just get acquainted with that. So keep your socks on the side. We are going to start in a child pose, extending the arms forward, placing the forehead on the ground, taking few breaths in here. Take a deep inhale and deep exhale it all out. So deep inhale from the nose, exhale it out of your mouth. If you want to switch on ujjayi breath because it just makes you feel like you concentrate, or like it's just the energy flows better for you, you can choose any kind of breath. In here, take a few breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. From here we're going to start to walk the hands forward, detaching the hippies from the heels. We're going to take a really nice stretch for the armpits, extending the arms forward. Now, if you have the luck that you can just extend your arm forward and your chest come and kiss the floor, that's all great. If you need some support and you need to place the hands on the top of the blocks or on a few books to create height, or if you don't want to come so low, just extending here, feeling the stretch under the armpits versus on the top of the shoulders. So we want to avoid really the top of the shoulders. Some of the stretches you can take them to the wall as well. So you can just place your hands on the wall, and if it doesn't work out for you to be on the floor, placing the hands on the wall and really sending your chest through the arms. This will pretty much give you an idea of how much you can extend your shoulders. When we see all these handstand, the arms straight, is really our capability of bringing those arms over our head. But not everyone has the same, so think about your body like your body works in a way that is figuring out all these arm balances. It doesn't have to be like an Instagram picture, it has to be like your own practice. Take a few more breaths in here. Inhale and exhale. One more. Inhale and exhale. And slowly starting to walk your hands back. We take a few wrist warms up. So we come into an all-four position. The shoulders are positioned on the top of the wrist. And we take circle on the right, forward, to the left, back. So instead of making like a huge circle, try to focus your weight like really on the palm of your hands, the heel of your hands, your knuckles and your fingertips. Try to check your fingertips, really press them down on the ground, almost like you were Spider-Man or Spider-Woman. Imagine you're sliding down from like a mirror and you're like, try to grip in the same way here. So imagine your hands are going to become your feet in arm balances, right? So you normally stand on your feet. You didn't used to do that. When you were a baby, you were going on all four, like a little ape. But then we become more comfortable to stand in our own feet. It's not an easy process because we don't remember how hard is that, right? So with the hands work exactly the same. Take a few more circles. It's not that we stand on our hands on a regular basis. We just have to learn the skill. And then position the fingertips towards the knees And in here, if you want to stay forward, and this is quite an intense stretch for the inside of the wrist, you can stay forward, or you can slightly go back. We're going to stay here for at least 30 seconds. So giving that like, if you want to bend the elbows to intensify it more towards your tummy, you can. So with the wrist, especially if you work on arm balances, try to always warm them up, always, always, always. If you find your wrist, especially after a dynamic vinyasa, are like quite sore, try to fill up a bucket of rice and just literally move them around. Try to really take care of your wrist. In every position in yoga, we want to hit a target area, but we want to protect the joint all the time. The joint of the knee, the joint of the ankle, the joint of the shoulder, the joint of the wrist. So we always try to keep this practice like until we are 99.9 years old. So in a healthy way without injury. And then shaking the hands in here. A little bit of a warm-up for the shoulders. Open the arms wide. I would like you to make a slow circle, one side or the other side, and then small circles, and then wide circle. Go slowly. Small to wide, wide to small. And then you can go the opposite direction. Wide to small, small to wide. So really the shoulder is like it's a ball, the joint, and it can move 360 degrees, but we kind of have to respect like the warm-up, like really getting, lubricating like all those joints in here. Breathing in and breathing out. One more time. Small to wide, wide, small, and then changing direction. So then we don't come to the vinyasa practice completely cold. Like big circle. You can make a fist. You can keep the hands flat, like really small movement and big movement. After a while you do this, you can feel your shoulders are really working, warming up. And this is like a basic movement, like almost like you're flying, you're gliding, like whoops. And then shake the hands in here, feeling your shoulder there. We come to a downward facing dog. Bending one knee, extending the other leg, any movement here. So find your own alignment in downward facing dog. Some people will shrink in their shoulders, some people will have to keep the hands wider in order to create space. Some people need the feet wider, some people need the feet closer. I would like you to find your down dog in a way that you can feel the weight shifting towards the feet. And just your head is loose, so however your hand positioning, finger pointing forward, finger pointing out, find what's more feasible for your body. From here we walk slowly, slowly towards the top of the mat. And once we are on the top of the mat, we ragdoll side to side. Bending the knees, softening the knees. And then walking your hands to your shin bones, to the thighs, to the tummy, coming to a standing position. From here we start warming up with, we're going to do a few sun salutation A. So make an intention before we start for your practice. Maybe make an intention to practice like without injuring your body and always respecting it. And also make maybe an intention for today because it's International Yoga Day. One arm together, inhale. Rubbing the hands together, we start. Arms nice and wide. Inhale, gaze up. Exhale, forward, fold Uttanasana, soften the knees. Halfway lift, inhale. Hands to the ground, step your right foot back, left foot back. High plank, don't go too low into a little, kind of like shallow plank into Chaturanga. Don't go collapse, please. Okay? I rather do a low plank. Inhale to an up dog. Shift the body through the upper body, through the arms. Roll on the toes, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale for 3. Exhale 3. Inhale 2. Exhale 2. Remember you can put the knees down, okay, in those chaturangas as well. Inhale 1. Exhale 1. Looking forward, making 1 foot forward, 2nd foot forward, top of the mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale, arms nice and wide. Take a big circle in here, hands over the head. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Halfway lift, flatten the back, open on the back of the legs, the hamstrings. Exhale, hands down, high plank. From high plank, go a little bit lower and forward and up. So not too much pressure on the shoulder. Downward facing dog. 3 more breaths in here. Inhale in 3. Exhale 3. Inhale 2. Exhale 2. 1 more. Inhale. 1 more. Exhale. Making your way forward. 1, 2. With the feet. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold, soften the knees every time we forward fold. Inhale, coming all the way up. Exhale, fold all the way down. Halfway lift, inhale. Hands to the ground, step it back into your plank. High plank, a little bit of a lower plank, don't go too low. Sliding forward and up. Open the chest. Roll on your toes, downward facing dog. Here for 3. Exhale 3, inhale 2, exhale 2, 1 more inhale, 1 more exhale. Step the right foot forward, left foot forward, 1, 2. Inhale, halfway lift, exhale, forward fold. Coming all the way back up. Inhale, lift up, open the chest. Exhale, folding all the way down. Halfway lift, inhale. Hands to the ground, step it back into your plank. High plank, no solo chaturanga, forward and up, up dog. Roll on the toes, down dog. 3 more breaths and then sun salutation B. Inhale 3, exhale 3, inhale 2, exhale 2. Deep inhale 1, exhale 1. 1, 2 with the feet. 1 foot step forward, second foot forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold into your chair pose, Uttanasana. The arms can be alongside the ears, separate. Hands can be together. Find your own vinyasa. Forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Hands to the ground. Lunge fold. Shoulders on the top of the wrist. To low plank, but not solo chaturanga. To an up dog, inhale. Roll on your toes. Hips up and back. Down dog. Right leg lift. Inhale. Right knee to nose, stepping forward into your warrior 1. Plant the back foot down. Find the alignment with your hips forward. Inhale, you rise. Exhale, you lower. Stepping back, high plank. Not solo chaturanga, forward and up. You will find there is less tension on the shoulders when you do that. Left leg come up and back. Inhale, left knee to nose, plank pose into step forward, left foot. Right foot down to give you balance. Inhale, you rise. Exhale, rounding the shoulders and coming down, high plank. Now solo chaturanga until I brainwash you. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. 3 breaths in here. Inhale in 3. Exhale, 3. Inhale 2, exhale 2, 1 more inhale, 1 more exhale. Looking forward, step 1, 2, 1 foot, second foot, halfway lift, an opportunity to open the hamstrings. Exhale, fold, bend the knees to your chair, prepare the chair, Uttanasana in here, top of the mat, forward fold, Uttanasana, halfway lift, inhale. Hands to the ground, step it back. We're going to do 3 of these. Plank. No solo chaturanga. Forward and up. Use the head. Exhale, down dog. Right leg comes and lift. Inhale. Right knee to nose. Step your right foot forward. You can even do a warrior lunge if your left foot doesn't collaborate. Find an energetic vinyasa rather than an alignment pace. High plank. Not solo chaturanga. Forward and up, opening, rolling on the toes, bump up to the ceiling, exhale, down dog. Left leg comes in, inhale, left knee to the nose, stepping forward. This can be a lunge instead of a warrior 1. Inhale, you rise, exhale, you lower, stepping back. You move strongly, but really nice and slow and controlled. Inhale, open your chest, exhale, down dog. 3 more breaths in here, so sun salutation designed to warm up the body. I hope your body is getting warm. 2 more breaths. Inhale 2, in down dog. Exhale 2. One more inhale, one more exhale. Last time, looking forward, step right foot forward, 1, 2, second foot forward, halfway lift, inhale, exhale, fold into your Utkatasana, prepare your chair, inhale, you rise, and on the exhalation, we always bow down and we release down, halfway lift, inhale, exhale, hands to the ground, stepping back, high plank to no solo chaturanga, keep the arms wide if you need to, inhale, open the chest up, dog, exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg comes up, inhale, right knee to nose every time you're making yourself so much stronger, slowing down this movement. Inhale, warrior one or warrior lunge, you choose, inhale. Exhale, you lower, stepping back, plank. No solo chaturanga, remember, to an up dog, lift the chest. To a down dog, exhale. Left leg lift, inhale. Left foot forward, warrior lunge or warrior one. See where your hips are, they collaborating with you. Are they not? Where do you need to adjust? Take it back, high plank, no solo chaturanga. Dive forward and up, opening the chest. Roll on the toes, downward facing dog. I hope you guys feel that you are warm. I'm certainly sweating. Inhaling 3, exhale 3. Inhale 2, exhale 2. One more inhale, one more exhale, stepping the right foot forward, left foot forward, halfway lift, inhale, exhale, forward, fold. Prepare your Utkatasana, your knees can be separate as well, hands at the heart, we take a twist, we twist towards the right hand side. Even with knees separate, if they don't want to stay together, feel the twist, actually try to separate your knees and see how much more you can twist. Because you don't have to, like you can separate the feet as well. Like you don't have to rely so much on the legs and the hips don't stop you here. So try to really do this Utkatasana with knees separate and see how much you can rotate with the torso. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, we twist to the left hand side. And then again, see with your legs separate. This concept is gonna come back into the seated twisted as well later on. Holding here, 3. Exhale 3, inhale 2, exhale 2, one more inhale, one more exhale, inhale, come back to center, hands on the ground, knees to the armpit or outside the triceps. If they don't touch the armpits, no problema, outside the tricep, shifting forward, lifting one foot, squeezing the knees together, almost like you're gonna hold on to the triceps in there, holding you into your Bakasana crow pose. Holding here until you want for 5 or for 3 and then you're ready to step or jump back. If you want to step or jump back, like up to you, you are back in a plank. Again, if you need to open your arms wider, forget about elbows towards the side of the body, to an up dog. Only work for some people, for some other one doesn't, unfortunately. So what are the other people gonna do? No practice yoga. You find your own alignment in your body, downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale, deep exhaling here. Deep inhale, deep exhale. Coming all the way back towards your feet. Come and sit in Malasana Yogi squat. So in Malasana, if you don't feel anything, raise the heels and really find your groin, Anywhere you can find your groin. It can be all down, can be up here. But try, instead of going down, just try to feel the inside of the groin. We're going to do some pulling exercises with the socks. You can decide if you want to do them with, and then we will put everything together in a flow. If you want to do them from a plank or for a forearm position, we're going to set up our socks in here. And I would like you to really be mindful about where you place, if you have your forearms, if you're on your forearms, that you have something that, it doesn't really hurt your forearm. So if the mat is not enough, you can place like a little blanket or anything in here. So I'm going to show you in here. Option number 1 is going to be coming onto your forearms into a forearm plank. I hope this makes sense. Yeah, okay. Alright, so option number 1 is going to be the tippy toes down. You can bring the knees in and extend. Option 2, the toes. So On the option 1, I'm on the top of my feet. Option 2, I'm curling the toes under. Not everyone is comfortable with the top of the feet. But depending where you are in your practice, forearms are on the ground. We're coming into a forearm plank. You can also decide to be in a full plank and bringing the knees in. Okay? Bringing the knees in. If this is too much, you can also bring one in and one can be down, okay? Just sliding and making this action. So hands or forearms, you decide, guys, okay? I'm gonna start with forearms because I know where I'm going. So it's pretty hard, like a pulling position. And this is the kind of pulling position that is really missing in yoga because we are always on a mat. So take your mat away. If you have the carpet, slide on paper, on the newspaper. There is nothing to read these days on the newspaper apart from state news. Forearm down, forearm plank. Start to bring the right knee in, right leg back, right knee in. We're going for 10. Like really pressing on the forearms. You can be on the right tippy toes, or you can be on the, so you can have the right toes curl under. So guys, I'm gonna give you my back side in here just to show you. Looking in between the space for the forearms, in between the forearms, for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right knee stays to the chest, holding 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right knee down, left leg extended, pigeon pose. Take a break in here. So either you're on the top of your feet or you're on the top of your toes. This is quite a strong pulling exercise for the tummy. It engages not only your shoulder, not only your pecs, because you're rounding, you have to sustain your upper back, not only strengthen your scapula, but also engages the core and pull, pull, pull. All right, we're going with the other leg. So forearm plank, toes can be on the top of your toes or toes curled under, left knee comes in for 10, back, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 10, hold, knee to the chest, round and lift on the upper shoulder, on the upper body, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, just release the left knee down, the right leg extend, and we take this pigeon pose just to release in here. Take a deep inhale, deep exhale, deep inhale, deep exhale. Again, forearms on the ground or hands down. This time we can be on the top of the feet or on the top of the toes. And in here we bring both legs. Bring them in 10. Extend 10. 9, 8, rest, lift, 7, extend, 6. Stay with me. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a child pose in here. Take a child pose and then come and sit on your heels. We take a virasana, we open on the quads. So we come and sit on the heels, toes down, you're on the top of your feet. You can go into a full virasana, of course, here. You can go in your own virasana. So strength is really accumulative, like you build a little bit at a time. Is this exercise, if they feel like excruciatingly hard, they are really hard. They don't get any easier, you just get more efficient and your body knows it, and it becomes easier with time. But if you find them quite hard, it's normal, so don't despair. I still find them really hard. So from here, coming back to the forearms or to the hands, we're going to take circles, and I'm going to show you what is it like. Toes are on the ground, right legs come out, right knee to chest. Right leg out, right knee to chest. It's taking a big circle, this right leg, right? We can go one side, woo, and just in this exercise, I just want you, and the other side. So we do 5 on one side, so bringing the right knee to the chest, out and back, and 5 bringing the right leg back to the side and in. And in this motion, I want you to see how much is your capability to come with the knees towards your chest. Because where does this project into our balances? When we walk, for example, towards ourselves, into a pincha or a headstand. So just losing a little bit in that hip, giving them external rotation, of the right hip. And then take a break. Come back into your Virasana for your, like a nice deep stretch for the quads. Take a moment. Inhale. Even if this is your Virasana. And then we do the left leg. So choose your like your hands position, forearms or plank, top of the feet, or curling the toes under. You can also do it on the top of the feet. Bringing the knee in, out and back. 5, 4, almost like you're drawing a circle with your leg. 3, 2, 1, and then out, in, out, back, out, in. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And take a child pose from here. Give your arms a little bit of a stretch right now. If you have a belt or you have a cardigan like this, you can take this as if it was your belt and opening the arms nice and wide. Give your pecs a huge stretch. There is no elastic band there. Yeah, the green one as well, so you can pull it. So in here, like you will notice again in this, just for self-awareness, if you need in order to do this movement to really lift the chest up, or if you can keep the tummy in and just bring in the arms over the head and back, almost feel like as if you had two people on the side of your arms to stretch you. The shoulder blades squeeze in towards one another, but they don't pinch. So if you feel pinching, please back off from pinching. You can slightly bend the elbows to feel it more in the pecs. And then left and down, right arm up. Right arm can bend, and this can be your bind. Okay, so the left hand is coming towards the ground, right arm up and back. It doesn't have to be a deep bind, it doesn't have to be something really major. And then hands over the head, changing left arm bend, just go with control. Move slow in the shoulder, just to find that spot, just to find. There is literally only one rule, and it's going to be your alignment. Where do you feel it? Are you supposed to feel it here on the triceps opening? So if you feel like you're like really shrinking in and this pinching, these muscles here of the neck are called the brachialis. If you're pinching like in here, like go wider. That's why you can use a t-shirt, you can use a belt. Try to use the properly really in a way that it helps you. And then releasing. Take away your socks. We are done with the socks. And we just put this into practice. So coming back on your mat, coming into your downward facing dog in here. We're going to lift the right leg up and back to the ceiling. Right foot in between the hands, left hand stays down, left knee can be down, right arm up, or right hand on the right hip to find the twist. Again here, if the arm stops you, bring the arm somewhere that just doesn't stop that rotation. Really engage on the feet in here. So you have the feeling that the legs, the thighs are squeezing towards one another, but it allows you to rotate in here. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. One more inhale, one more exhale. Left knee down, left arm up. We come into a twist in here. Release the back foot down, left arm up and over. We twist and open. Left and down, right arm up, further twist. Few times. Inhale, come up and opening, so we can change the fascia, the connective tissue, by holding static stretches or finding a little bit of stretching in movement or a little bit of mobility movement. In here, lift up and reach back. From here, hands at the heart center. right knee bend, curl the left toes under, come back up into your warrior lunge. So you're on your back of the tippy toes, shifting forward, find your warrior three. Left leg up and back. Holding here. Right hand down, left arm up, right hand try to see. If you have a block or a book, try to see the height, not collapsing on the right shoulder, how much affects your ability to lift that left leg. The higher you are with the right hand, is almost like having an extension of your arm, the more you will lift that left leg. Ninja legs ready. Give it 2 more breaths in here. Inhale, exhale. 1 more inhale, 1 more exhale. Right knee bend, left foot down into your warrior two. Find your warrior two here. If your arms are tired and it's too much, find the alignment with your legs. Find your warrior two, the shoulders are parallel to the ground, and you feel like your right groin here, opening. Give it 1 more inhale, 1 more exhale. Bending the left knee, coming to your side lunge, Skandasana. Again, stay quite nice and high with the torso, so you are not collapsing, you are not going forward, you are making the left groin this time working. Inhale, exhale. 1 more inhale, 1 more exhale. Left knee is bent, warrior two to the back of the mat. Left knee bent, right leg extending here. Flip the left palm up and over, reverse. Stretch the left side of the body in here. Reach back, reach back, reach back. Hands to the ground, through your plank. Wide arm closer together, you decide. No solo chaturanga, to an up dog inhale. Roll on your toes, down dog, exhale. Left leg lift, inhale. Left foot in between the hands in here. Right hand to the ground, left arm up, we twist to the left hand side. And again, this left hand can be on the hips. And see as well, your neck, you need to look down, you need to look forward, or you can gaze up. See where you reach, see which props you need in here. Give it 1 more inhale, 1 more exhale. Right knee comes down to the ground, we twist to the left hand side. Right arm comes up and over, we twist towards the back. Exhale, right hand down, left arm up. Inhale, right arm comes up, lift off from the ground, and open the side body. And exhale, I come back. 1 more time. Inhale, right arm up and over. Exhale, I come back. In this twist, we stay here. Hands at the heart. Curl the right toes under. We come into our warrior three. Left leg extend. Bend the left knee to lift. Then extend. Right leg lift. And again, don't come solo with the chest if it makes you loose. If your right hip wants to slightly open naturally, then let it be. Because squaring the hips sometimes, it makes the foot dramatically going down. So find your warrior three, engage the glutes. Find your glutes in here. Left and down, right arm up for your Ardha Chandrasana half moon. And again in here, use the height of the blocks if you need to. See how much more it gives you space in your hips sometimes to have that that block under the hand. I don't have a block handy here with me, but try it home. Stepping it back into your warrior two, coming up using your legs, warrior two. And then we will go into that Pincha Mayurasana as we move along. Right knee bend, left leg extend into your Skandasana. Stay nice and tall in here. Like use that right leg to open the chest, to press down on the right foot and open the chest in here. So the right quad, the right leg is fully engaged. And then we open warrior two to the top of the mat. Right arm up and over, extend back. Right hand to the ground. Plank, high plank, to low plank, no solo chaturanga, to an up dog inhale, down dog exhale. Come on your knees down. So today we have two different hand positions for Pincha. You can do also dolphin, so it's like a Pincha that doesn't materialize in pincha, but you're not lifting your hands, your feet off the ground. So first hand position is going to be one hand. If you have a wall, of course, I want you to work safely, use the wall or a door that no one is going to open on the other side. One hand on the top of the other, okay? So we try different hand position to see what works best for you. If this doesn't work for you, and for you is the normal alignment with the block or the hands down, then you're on pincha. It's just a suggestion. You can try one hand on the top of the other. Elbows are separate so much that they don't collapse, but not too little that you have no space. So one good cue is to think the shoulder above the elbow here. Try this hand position, one hand on the top of the other one, and try in dolphin. So you're just here, you're just checking on. You can stay here, you can walk, and remember when we were doing the pulling exercises, this become quite fundamental, right? You can walk your feet forward, you can come up into your pincha. So you have the hands here, the fingertips, like driving this movement. You will notice as you lift in your pincha that is constantly balancing. These forearms are almost like going forth and back, forth and back, forth and back, trying almost like a train track to balance you out, because they balance the body out. So first hand position is going to be with one hand on the top of the other. And see for your shoulder if it works, great. Otherwise, you can have the normal pincha, first hand position. Or the dolphin, you don't need to come up either, okay? Try to always focus on rounding the back in here. Second hand position we're going to try today is interlacing your fingers, and instead of like, this would be like a normal headstand position. So, you know, for the headstand, normally all the fingers are interlaced. But for this pincha today, we're going to keep the little pinkies together and the rest of the hand interlaced. So when I'm going into a pincha, again, my arms have this traction, like a kind of like a train track, moving forth and back, because the upper body is a whole weight on me. But then I can also stabilize on the line of my pinkies. So again, you can interlace the fingers, lift the hips up, and stay here and see when you come on your tippy toes, how does it feel? Or you can just lift up. So with different hands positioning comes different perception of how easy, how hard is to sustain this pincha. You also have the option of working the pincha instead of giving it a kick with the feet on the wall, and I always show this. So let's say I take option number one hand on the top of the other one, the sole of the feet are towards the wall, shoulders are on the top of my elbows, and I walk the wall up. I bend one knee, left leg is extended in my case, and I just see if I can detach from the wall in here. So my wall is behind me. I can bring one knee towards my chest, but I don't need so much in here of knees towards the chest to come off balance. I allow one of my foot to actually leave the wall. Okay, and then come back down, take a moment, take your child pose, release. So two hand position today, new hand position, one hand on the top of the other, or interlace fingers, little pinkies together. The elbows are not collapsing down. Why the elbows are not too wide? Some people will have to have them wider, but not so wide that makes your shoulder blades collapse, because we want to keep that engagement in the pecs, like rounding. So let's try one more time. You can take, I took my left hand on the top of my right, I'm going to check my right on the left. The other thing that is happening in our balance is we all love like our good side. I love my good side because it's the one I demonstrate on, but you have to kind of work both sides. You don't want one side of the body to become really weak and one side of the body to become dominant. You kind of want to keep your sides quite versatile, so to keep everything in balance. Nice. So right hand on the top of the left. Can be dolphin, no need to come up. Can be pincha. And once you're up, even if you're against the wall, try to find the balance, try to keep the engagement, point the toes, squeeze the glutes together, squeeze the legs together. gaze in the space in between the forearms without having to really force your neck to look so forward that is like struggling you, or so in that is like uncomfortable. The neck is nice and loose. Take a moment. Ready for the other one that we did today? Interlace the fingers, thumbs across, index, middle finger, ring finger, and it's just a little fingers. I hope this makes sense, you can see. And time. And then we take a break. Try to always control the kick. Try to make the space in between when you walk yourself. I know it's very easy for me to say, walk yourself so close that you can't walk anymore, because my body wants to go there. If you think it's really hard because your body doesn't want to go there and really squeeze you almost like in between a sandwich, try your best to work with the wall, or try your best to minimize the momentum of the kick. And then in your own time, coming into your child pose. From here, as we are sitting, extend the right leg forward, the left leg forward, and the right knee towards the chest. I would like you to keep your right foot outside, on the inside of the left inner thigh. So we are not crossing it over, and I'll show you what I mean. So when we twist, right knee is bent and left leg is extended. Try to twist towards the right hand side in here, and try to see the difference that makes to your torso to twist when your right foot is on the inside. Really twist in here. Basically allowing the right hip to slightly open to the side. Okay, now try the classical one. Right foot outside the left thigh. Try to twist and tell me if the twist is constricted. Well, tell me, you can't tell me. But try to feel it in your body. This sometimes creates less space. So when you work for the twist, try to see if your foot has to be outside or the inside. And mine, for instance, in order to twist more my torso, has to be on the inside of the left leg to give me more ability to twist in my upper body. More ability, because it frees my the inside of my right inner thigh. And then de-rotate and twist on the other side. Really allowing that right knee to open. Feel it on the upper back. And then we change left knee to chest, right leg extend. We twist to the left hand side, and again see for yourself if this can concentrate. You can concentrate, isolate the movement to the upper body here. So it's a huge stretch for the upper back, middle back. And then de-rotate on the other side. And from here, coming to take your malasana, we have a kitty coming through, a child coming through. So come into your malasana yogi spot, and in here I want you to find your twist exactly as we found it. Try to see if you need to keep your feet wide apart and your knees wide apart, and in here if you can twist. Because this is going to be quite fundamental for your body to come into your side crawl. So if you find you're struggling in here with keeping the elbows together, it's not because you're a bad yogi, it's because your body is struggling in this. So keep the arms wider in the same way we were keeping the arms wider in the chaturanga. Keep the arm wider, just keep your contact if you can with the left elbow to the inside of the right knee here. So at least you have a base. Hands down, leaning, legs can be separate. Leaning towards the right hand side, join the legs and lift, side crawl. The outside foot can pick up the inside foot. So you start from a wide knee twist in order to lean and check how much space there is in between my arms. Boom. The only movement of the hips is this. Boom, boom, boom. With even the sound effect. Try the other one. Try the twist on the left hand side with the knees open. So if you're struggling on twisting, you can also use blocks under your hands. Because again, what does this create? An extension of your arms. Same story for the jump through. So twist on the left hand side, we're going to look at that today too. Lean, join the feet, join the knees, one foot is coming up to collect the other one and lift. Arms nice and wide. I'm going to borrow my blocks for a second and I'm going to show you. So when we work for the jump through, what's happening? Body proportion are really important. My legs are very long, my arms are long, but when I come to jump through, what's happening to Arianna? I shorten the space between the feet and the hands, so it's just gonna help me, yeah? But then if I jump through, these legs are so hard to lift, not because they are heavy, because they are so long. What's happening if I create an extension of my arms in the jump through? I still want to keep the space in between my hands and my feet not too long, so I don't have to do a pindaric flight. But I can shorten the space between the hands and the feet. I now created an extension for my hands to give me more space to my legs. So if you have very long arms and short legs, you're going to be fine. You're going to be super fine in jump through and you're going to jump back and forth, no problema. But if you have different body proportion, you got to find a way to do this. I can now jump and I can allow space in between the arms. So for all these arm balances, there is no one rule, there is no one alignment in life because inside we're all different. My arms are long, your arms might be short, my arms can be shorter than yours, my legs. So try to find your position. If you find this useful with the blocks, try to do the jump through with the blocks. Shorten the space in this down dog so you're not ending in a long down dog, whoa, having to do this. But you are in a short one. Hands extension, you can create it because you can have surgery on your arms to extend them, right? So shorten the space between the hand and the feet. Put a block, lift it up. Even if for your whole life you will have to use a block to do the jump through, you will have the feeling, I've done a jump through, boom, done, next, okay? So from here, think about jumping through with control, like almost like bringing the knees to the chest and zoom, like extending the legs forward. And then in your own time, you guys, come into lay down position. Release everything down to the ground. In this lay down position, I want you to picture yourself becoming so super strong, so super flexible. It doesn't have to be an Instagram flexi, it doesn't have to be, but it has to be the right amount of strength and flexibility for your body. In your mind, you are strong. In your mind, you can fly through these things, no problem. And I want you to picture yourself, like really visualizing, like what is that in these arm balances you want to be able to do? Is it a headstand? Is it a pincha? Is it like a pulling exercise? Is it a handstand? Whatever it is, I want to see yourself as an external person, almost like you were witnessing your own image, being able to do it in a perfect way, which it doesn't mean perfect straight handstand, like in a way that makes you feel, wow, I got this, I feel this, I'm gonna be able to do this. And I want you to visualize it every day until you work towards it, because it's very important that you believe you can do this. Otherwise, you tell yourself, I'm not gonna be able to do this ever. Of course you're not going to. But you're gonna start from today to tell yourself, I am going to be flying, jumping through. Slowly lifting into pincha. I just need to find the right. sorry, something like that. The right body positioning for myself. And then in your Shavasana, take a few moments to relax. And slowly, 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 starting to move the fingers, starting to move the toes, bringing the knees to the chest, make your way to just coming on the side, right side, left side if you don't have space. And making your way up to a seated position if you need the blocks under the sitting bones. Coming to a seated position, and just here we will do like at least a few minutes of meditation, and then you can, if you have any doubt, you can ask me any questions, but just for you to center after jumping up and down, just closing your eyes, find your spine nice and tall, throwing the hands where naturally they want to be, taking any mudra position that you know, maybe one hand on the inside of the other, maybe hands on the thighs. Find your spine nice and long. Find your chin parallel to the ground. When we sit in meditation, we have the perfect combination of Shiva Shakti. Shakti is your female energy. It comes from the base of your spine. It creates that serpent, that kundalini, snake, vortex of energy that goes all along the spine, goes through the nadis of the body, through the chakras. The chakras are all positioned on the spine, starting from Muladhara, base, Svadhisthana, second chakra in between your reproduction organ, Manipura, your belly button, your navel, again still position on the spine, heart chakra, at the heart, throat chakra, Anja, Vishuddhi, through Anja, third eye, and Sahasrara, the head chakra. So your energy goes from your Shakti energy, your female energy, which is your creative energy, because female energy is creative, is nurturing. It goes up to the top of your head towards Shiva, your male energy. Men and women have female energy and male energy inside them. So try to practice this beautiful practice using energy, using the energy of your body, energy of your breath running through. Never keep tension, never keep holding in the breath, but just make your chi, your breath, your prana free flowing here. Even in a seated position, try to feel the breath from the tummy going up to the throat, out, and then coming in, going back down. Almost there was like this unobstructed wave, pipe that can breathe free, truly, unobstructing all the chakras, making space, creating the energy. Placing the hands at the heart center, bowing your head towards your heart. One final Om together. Inhale. And then positioning the palm of your hands on the top of your eyes. Inhale. Exhale, opening your eyes. I hope you lovelies have enjoyed this class. If you have any questions, please let me know. If you have any doubt, let me know. If you enjoyed the class, if you didn't like the class, let me know if I can help you with anything, for like if you have any doubt. Remember, like if you can do some pulling exercise for just like the traction, like because the legs become quite, it's almost like if you look at a T-Rex, we are on these small arms in some of the positions, especially in Pincha Mayurasana, they try to lift the body, this huge body that goes from, you know, just underneath our elbow when we bend an elbow, and we go all the way down to the feet. We try to take all this humongous body towards us and place the weight on the top of us. So you will become really efficient with time. You will become like very aware of like how to distribute your weight, how are like small tricks are gonna help your practice, help your inversion. And trust me, you don't need maximum flexibility. You don't. Oh, thank you, Sarah. You like my sports bra? I'm gonna find the label and tell you where is it from, because I'm not quite sure myself. Anyway, you will become like quite efficient. So keep practicing. Keep adding a little bit more every day to your strength. Don't overexhaust yourself. Don't overdo it, because it's absolutely no worth it to get any injury. Try to keep the chaturanga quite high, please. It's the one thing I always thanks. I still have to find my balancing pin, Charles, Cecilia. The balance is gonna work like a little bit at a time. Be patient with it and work with the wall. You will find it probably with the feet against the wall instead of trying to kick, because you will find more balance in the way that I showed before, like detaching from the wall, so then your hips are over the shoulders. One good position that you can so you can try to find your hand position. This can be the classical hand position. This can be a different hand position for pincha. Any hand position that will find you depending on your shoulders, like find you that balance. You will find that one is more efficient than the other one. And don't worry if you can't really do all of the hands positioning, because it doesn't really matter, you know, like as long as you find your balance, as long as you find your pincha, it won't matter. Try different hand positioning, because they really help me a lot. I'm gonna find out what is this bra label and get back to you, Sarah. And otherwise, guys, you have a lovely day. And I wish you a great International Yoga Day, and enjoy your Sunday and your weekend. See you very soon. See you on Wednesday for Mandala. I'm going to write down very quickly what's the label. I'm just going to ask, can you see what the label is, this one? Does he have a label? No. Sarah, I don't have the label attached for some reason, so I'm so sorry. I will have to figure out. I have a pair of pants of this, so write me on my Instagram, and then I can figure out is Arianna.Santucci, and I can find out, and I can send you the link. Okay, my love. You guys have a lovely day.